This is the NASGRO-style Crack Growth Calculator that predicts crack propagation and the failure of plates. First of all, we have the project information to fill in, followed by the 4 crack growth models. First, we have a through crack in the middle of the plate. Then we have a through edge crack, followed by a hole with a crack initiating from one side of the hole, and finally, a notch crack. Here, we describe all the theory behind the calculations being performed, so you can have a look and understand all the formulas being used, especially and most importantly, the geometry factor, beta, which is the main difference between the 4 crack models, as well as all the symbols and indices used. There is also a README file explaining how to use this method in this model, along with a material database that should not be taken for granted. Of course, the material properties should always be verified on your end, and you can also create your own custom material. Now, let's take the through crack in the middle of the plate as an example. Here, we have the input section, where you can enter the material properties, the loading conditions, and the geometry. Based on these inputs, the closure model is calculated automatically, followed by the validation checks. These sections are the same for all 4 crack models, as you can see here. We also have the crack propagation table, which shows the crack growing step by calculating the new crack length and the stress intensity factor, K, at each increment. In addition, the 4 graphs shown here are generated automatically, illustrating the crack growth behavior and the evolution of its key parameters. Finally, we have a results summary sheet, where we can specify our limits and immediately see whether each of the 4 models is safe, critical, or in a warning state that requires attention. And that's it. This is our NASGRO-style Crack Growth Calculator. In the following videos, I will explain each crack growth model in detail.